see a therapist about this Florida State thing, bro. Cause
wait a minute. No, we not. You know what, TP? We not finna do this. You know why we not finna do this? Because there's some dude on this podcast whose squad lost to Bethune-Cookman 10 years in a row.
Mm-hmm. And we still have a winning record against Bethune. We could have lost to Bethune 20 years in a row and still would have a winning record against Bethune-Cookman. We still 30
Ask him his feelings 3 years ago when they lost to Bethune.
Oh, I don't care if we were playing.
No, don't do that. State. No. What was your attitude after y'all lost to BC 3 years ago?
Oh, I was definitely not happy. I don't know nobody who root for a team and they lose and you be happy.
But you gonna degrade me in my outrage.
There has never at any point I said, and I quote, I hope my head coach get hit by a Nerf bus. I'm not finna march the 100 down the street in front of his house, hoping I wake him up and disturb his rest enough that he would want to move and leave Tallahassee. I have never been that angry at any coach staff of my at my alma mater. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is our dislikes of events are different. I will come out and say, I think, fam, you're going to win it all. Every year. Whether they go out and win it all or not. You come out and say, oh, I hope they lose every game. If we don't put up 100 points against Duquesne, then they should be. What?
No. I'm very clear. I support the players 100%.
Yeah, but
I cannot support bad management. I cannot support a bad athletic department. I cannot support a guy whose very resume says, after year 3, I get worse. His resume says this. This ain't something you got to go look up. Check Arizona State. Check Memphis. Year 3, oh, he get worse. Guess what year we in?
Again.
So even if I have unrealistic expectations of him scoring 58 points, they cannot. And by the way, this new media, I gotta be bombastic. But anything other than a prolific offensive showing, come on, man. We can't be in no shootout with Duquesne. We can't be struggling to score against Duquesne. That is no way to improve as a team. But I got plenty of time to say how I want the coach to get hit by a Nerf bus, all of that, whatever. I mean, like TP, if Texas lose to Oklahoma, how you feel? Wait, what I'm talking about? Y'all have some years now.
I'm about to lead a meeting. Where the lead meeting button at? All right, this has gone long enough.
It was a Nerf bus that did it for me.
Hey, the Nerf bus is the best thing that you will say that you're going to hit a coach with a Nerf bus.
I mean, that was just a fool-ass question, too.
Yeah, it takes to lose to Oklahoma. Man.
Burning the city down. What you mean?
What?
But I
not going to be no more.
But I get all the smoke. Like, I get all the smoke. And in that particular year, remember, we had just the year before lost to Jacksonville State, and they decided they was going to go Division I. So I had some pent up animosity just from that. Like some serious pent up animosity. And somehow I ended up being the bad guy. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome everybody to another edition of the Madness Basketball Podcast. Myself, DK, TP, Lord Jamal, Dr. Holiday. I believe Marlo is on the way. We have evidence to present to Marlo this week. So hopefully he shows up. But yeah. Oh man. So right. I guess right after the show last week, the Fighting Jared Falwells played the #1 team in the nation in softball in Texas A&M. And this matchup is important to me because I feel like Florida State softball should be #1. And everybody kept telling me that all the teams in the SEC are better, but we beat teams from the SEC. But cool, whatever. We roll into the NCAA tournament, get to regionals at College Station. It's whatever their stadium is, Bob Sutton at College Station. They in College Station. Liberty flying all the way from the East Coast to College Station to play the #1 team in the nation. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel weird rooting against women. It don't feel right.
No, it don't matter. Athletes are athletes.
They go against each other.
It's the SEC.
Athletes are athletes.
I also don't want to be carrying the flag for the Fighting Jared Falwells, but
ain't nobody rooting for Liberty.
I was rooting for Liberty. I ain't gonna lie. I was on Twitter. I was up and down Twitter, asking God if you could just grant me. Remember, Marlo said God favored him better than me. Just remember that. But I said, God, if you could just grant me this one favor and let the Fighting Jared Falwells knock off Texas, I'm going to celebrate for a whole day. Because I've been telling y'all for the longest that SEC softball was suspect.
No, SEC softball is top heavy.
Yeah,
it's just like football. You got to have, and the Omnis just happen to be here.
So I won't get fined.
Yo.
So when the first game happened and Liberty had a commanding lead, I went to the bathroom and came back, and Texas A&M had tied the game up. Then the next bet, they took the lead, and that was all she wrote. So in the elimination game, it looked bleak for the Fighting Jared Falwells because Texas A&M jumped on them quick. I said, all right, I guess this is over. So I changed the channel. And I forget whatever the lady that was following my tweet on Twitter, I got the notification that she said, hold on, it ain't over yet. I said, well, let me turn back to the channel. Fighting Jared Falwells had a 1-run lead. And they had a sophomore pitcher. I do not know this young lady's name. She is all Conference USA, whatever that young lady's name is. Every emotion that the fans was feeling, I felt. Because she had a strikeout. She had a walk. She had another walk. It was 2 outs. And it was 2 outs and she had 2 strikes. Why she threw 2 balls? I was like, oh, it's finna, they finna slide away. They finna slide away. And she slid one in for a strike. Ball game. Oh, I did not, and to be fair, I did not immediately start slamming Texas A&M. Again, it's women's softball. It just didn't feel right. I know who I am. It just didn't feel right. But deep down inside, I couldn't help it. And the tweet just came out.
See, Troy, you're not from Texas, because TP would have all the chances and all the time to go ahead and denigrate Texas A&M right about now.
I guess it don't mean more. It just don't mean more. I'm sorry. I bring it on. It is the joy of strike season that is Olympic sports that makes me smile. Absolutely makes me smile. I guess we gotta go ahead and say tomorrow is
Move your foot. Now as long as you just slide your foot back.
tomorrow is SWAC baseball tournament, and that school in Daytona is the number 1 seed. And they playing Texas up.
That's going to be a good matchup.
Bethune-Cookman got away the last game.
Yeah.
They got away the last game. And so I want them and FAMU to make it to the finals. Because we ain't seen this many alley cats on social media since they beat Grambling last year.
Some of them people lied. They had never went to that school. They just got something to say.
They just bandwagon.
They live in the project across the street, so now they just gonna claim them.
Not the apartment across the street.
They across the street, man.
No. You said apartments. I said projects.
My bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we did not get a return email, by the way.
It wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. It was my fault.
Oh, absolutely. It is. It is absolutely my fault. It's absolutely my little fault. But again, we are very, like, for any ADs that are watching, we are very friendly to our guests, except Yard Talk. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I just want to be clear. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
She gonna see this. Y'all know she gonna see this shit.
She didn't. She had that song last week.
I reached out to her and I asked her. I have not released that clip yet. I will ask her permission before I release that clip. But I just wanted to be known on this show. TP was right. If we said Marlo did that shit, he did it. He so fired off.
I feel like that's fair any level, honestly.
Just assume, and he's not here to defend himself, so I'm not going to attack him too much. But the clip is pretty clear.
You act like he wouldn't hold up to it.
He didn't. I called him. Like, and as soon as I went through the whole clip, and I caught the exact moment. I went, "Oh, this is it right here. This is exactly what TP was talking about." So I chopped up the clip, and I sent it to him, just like I sent it to the rest of us. So he said he was not wrong, that he was valid in his response.
My man did not double down. That's what he's trying to tell you.
He's standing on what he said, and he said what he said. So, I gotta respect that. But again, we got SWAC tournament. I don't understand how you're the number 1 seed and you got to play 9:00 in the morning.
Yeah, that's foul. Oh, they should get the 11:00 game. Honestly, sleep in, wake up.
But that's okay. Let them play at 9:00. I mean, it is what it is. Fam play at 12. What time Jackson play? Y'all play at
let me see. I got the schedule.
Unless their second game is like later the next day or whatever it is, like they got the night game.
Nah, they try to get all the games in before they either put them into the losers bracket.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
the only
whatever
reason
their
why
next game is.
the women went so late was because of the weather.
The weather.
Yeah.
I guess that didn't help either.
So let me see.
Just damn. All right, here you go.
Fever coming back. Hold on.
Hey, Jewel Lord finally woke up.
Thank God.
AEA, you right. You 100% right. You ain't
I'm
never
about to
lied.
say, hey, Vegas, y'all need to go to Seattle and get y'all money back, or somebody at least.
Right.
Oh yeah. We play at 3:00 tomorrow. So we're game 3. Game 2 is FAMU versus Baton Rouge Tech. And game 4 is University of Stealing Playbooks versus
Stealing
North.
playbooks.
You shoot that.
This man
Oh,
said University of Stealing Playbook.
Caitlin Clark might be the best. I'm sorry, Asia.
Versus North Louisiana Junior College.
Hey, when Caitlin Clark win a championship, I think I'll consider putting her better than somebody. Individual accolades are trash.
She gonna get there. She getting this
Well,
current.
you know what? We got
now.
plenty of
This
time to
is
get to that. We
ridiculous
got
what I
plenty of
just
time to
seen,
get to
man.
that.
Oh
We
my
got-
God, this shit is wild.
Oh,
She
and the
did just
second
pull
thing,
that.
can we stop comparing point guards to forwards?
We getting there. We getting there.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that, Jamal.
So, and to my next point, Caitlin Clark ain't better than Chelsea Gray. So there we have it.
I get you that. I'm just solely because of the shit that she just did. If she hits that, she's out of pocket. Okay, I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what?
I'm sorry. I'm watching this live because they was down like 18 or some crazy.
Who they playing tonight?
Dream.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and check them off.
I'm sorry, that was out of pocket. She just pulled 2 logo threes. That was out of pocket.
Okay. All right. So.
And that makes her better than Asia Wilson. All right.
No.
Right. She the best thing.
But I'm
about to say, hold on. Time out.
Over logo threes.
I've been hearing this shit. I've been hearing this shit all day.
Y'all acting like
I've been hearing this shit all day.
Hold on. Asia Wilson is the best player in the league. The best player by far.
And what I want y'all to realize is y'all getting hyped over logo threes like 5'3" Shannon Bobbitt and 6 foot Nikki Teasley went dropping logo threes in the 2000s. Stop playing. Stop.
You said Nikki Teasley. That's the flex right there.
And guess who hit a championship winning 3-pointer in their rookie season? It damn sure won Caitlin Clark.
Can we just address the elephant in the room?
Let's go ahead and deal with it.
We need to go ahead and deal with it and then move on.
So, all right. So this week there was a push off and then there was a hard foul. Angel Reese pushed off on an Indiana Fever player, grabbed the rebound, and Caitlin Clark pushed her with force towards the stanch. Angel Reese jumped up, did the whole like I want to knock your head off, but I don't really want to fight. You know that thing, the old NBA.
Yeah.
Put your hold me back, hold me back. Yeah, she did that, right? So part of the problem that I have with WNBA is, let's just keep it a buck. It's men who want to add extra shit to the commentary. So RG3, who
RG.
I'm gonna call him RG3. We ain't got to bring up his old doodle braids, none of that. But RG3 went on his platform and said that what's going on, Band Talk, how Angel Reese responded to being pushed down shows that she hates Caitlin Clark. Now, if you pay attention to his running commentary on Angel Reese, he has not only made it, if you close your eyes and listen, it does not sound like a black man is saying what he's saying.
Well, no.
It sounds real racist in intent. So much so that Ryan Clark had a response. And Ryan Clark said,
blamed his ass.
You know he's not having these conversations about black women and race in his household because he doesn't have that. He didn't say his mama. He didn't say his sisters. He didn't say none of that. So King Ibis, Uncle Luke, shut the fuck up. You do not have the ability to understand the nuances of subtle racism. Stand down. But back to what I was saying. So he didn't make any allusions and didn't attack RG3's wife. He only said, you don't have this in your household, so you can't understand the complexities of, and I'm paraphrasing, you can't understand the complexities of the argument. RG3 responded and said that Ryan Clark attacked his wife.
I wonder where he learned how to play victim from.
Damn.
That's I'm gonna say it just like this. Let's talk about this. RG3, Robert Griffin III, is from Copper's Cove. So Copper's Cove, Texas. He's a military kid. So he really ain't had no permanent home like that until he got to the Cove. Copper's Cove is pretty much predominantly white. I'll put it just like that. It's all, like I said, it's all military. Most of the military kids go to that high school. Just like military kids go to school in Killeen, Ellison, Shoemaker, Parker Heights.
Clean hood though.
Yeah. Yeah, Killeen is hood. But he goes to, we all know he goes to, stand out. I'm gonna say it like this: stand out in track and field, stand out in football. Goes to Baylor, did both, but I know after the sophomore year, he focused more on football. Of course, he won the Heisman. They show his wife, who's Lily White, very Lily White, and the thing about it is, I'm sorry to say this, man, but you're black. Your mama is black.
This is
He don't know that.
Your daddy is black.
Don't see me.
Like, excuse my language, nigga. How you wearing cornrows in your hair? Like, you was doing the fool when you was at Baylor. You did the fool your first year in the NFL with the Redskins. I'm gonna call them Redskins because that's what they were at the time. Now, one time. It seems like, and this is from your first marriage. Now, here's the thing. You didn't learn your lesson from your first marriage, and you married another white woman for your second marriage. I think he got kids. So he got kids. Let elephant in the room. Your kids are black and white.
We gonna let go of this one drop rule.
You got one drop of black in you. In fact, they black. Put it just like that. Put it like that. They black, okay? If you got kids, that's the talk that you need to have with your kids in your house. Why? Because as for them, they are basically going to be seen as black to society. They don't care if your wife was white, the little white droplets of blood in them and stuff like that. Your kids are black. You ain't gave them. You haven't had that talk yet.
He's not going to.
He's not going to, because he feels like his kids, like he does not see color. But in a world where we all see color, you know what I'm saying? But for him to go at Ryan Clark, and then for folks like Le'Veon punk ass, I want to create an OnlyFans bail. Uncle Luke, who y'all have no fight in this. Let's just put it just like this. We need to go ahead and give an apology to Rob Parker for what he said. The shit that he said when he was at ESPN, he called Robert Griffin III a cornball. He said he probably ain't hung around more black people. He ain't never hung around black people. He hung around white people.
I mean, you drop that man off at a HBCU homecoming, he'll probably die.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I know people that are married to white women who don't talk like this, who don't call their wife. And by the way, he's now deleted those tweets,
Of
but
course
it's
he
out
has.
there.
Green
It's out
shots
there now.
live
I'm not
forever.
surprised.
You called your wife milk on several occasions.
Oh, dog, come on now.
You've made jokes in front of your coworkers, fetishizing your wife.
What was wait, short? What was that dude on and y'all remember this on Don't Be a Menace? Where
Oh, the woke brother.
the one brother, he was like,
my beautiful milk of magnesia.
beautiful milk of magnesium. Like right, he's like that nigga right there. I'm gonna say it just like that. He's like that dude right there.
Yeah.
Man.
And for this thing I didn't like. This thing I did not like. For Le'Veon Bell, who was Ryan Clark's teammate for a little bit of years in Pittsburgh, right? Talking about where you dated a white woman. You were married to a white woman. But Ryan Clark didn't even bring up his, because I think that was his first marriage, right? Now, and his first child was from his ex-wife. He's black. He's married to a black woman now. The rest
of them married black women in the end. Look at Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is the most countryest motherfucker from West Virginia.
But all of his kids are from white women.
From white women.
He's with a black woman now.
But Randy Moss ain't never. He ain't never heard Randy Moss say some shit like that.
No.
No. That's not me saying he would say it. That's me saying they always end up with black women in the end.
But see, the thing about what
except for OJ and Charles Barkley. But
why? Why does my camera keep freezing?
Man, but what? So what Ryan Clark said was that, and he was right about it. Why do, when it comes to black men who date or marry white women, they have to work harder to put them up on a pedestal? But would you do that too if you dated a black woman? Like, I'm being honest with you. I don't see it. I put my woman on the pedestal every time. And
he looks at her.
You like she look at me like you better put me on a pedestal. Go ahead, look.
Absolutely.
Sleep with one eye open, nigga.
But no, have it any other way.
Right, but I wouldn't.
You ain't lying, TP.
I wouldn't want to change that from the world, man. But I'm not about to bend over hand and foot, bro, to raise up a woman that looked at me as just a piece of meat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like part of him like that. Like there is some fabric in him that likes that. And that's why he's always gonna gravitate towards white women.
Well,
I guarantee you, if he had a black ass wife, she would have cussed him out a long time ago about these Caitlin Clark tweets.
Well, it'd have been like Troy, with Ash's mother, when you interrupt her eating that goddamn French fries. I don't know what the heck. Like, for real, it would have been just like that. But you know what, though? At the end of the day, to me, Ryan Clark has some valid points in what he said. He did not bring up RG3's wife. He didn't do none of that stuff. These folks on here that's nut riding for RG3, Le'Veon Bell, Luther Campbell. Who else is on here said something off the wall? Probably AB because he, CTE catching up with his ass.
Boy, listen.
TP,
Hey, I
TP,
hope,
what you?
I hope his brain is turned over to science when that man is dead. Cause it gotta be.
Wait,
Um,
TP, well, hold on. TP, what you got? I know you had something to say.
I had a lot to say about it because this is deeper than just what transpired this year, this week. This goes back to
This
last
2
year.
years old.
This goes back to last year and the year before that when they were going into the WNBA and this whole rivalry was supposedly started. And you can tell that there is some dislike between them, especially on the court with the whole hand in the face and all that. Like this goes back to the college days. This is where their disdain for each other comes from.
This is
But
deeper than
the way
college.
that
They
you,
played
the way,
against each other in AAU. They have known each other since they were 12.
yeah, this goes back prior to just this last incident. But what RG3 said, so we all understand coded language. And the people that don't want to acknowledge the coded language are the ones that are speaking it, but they don't want us to acknowledge it. So
Yep.
when somebody does say something or call them out on their bullshit, now it's a problem. Because what Ryan Clark said basically is you don't have a dog in this fight because of how you have chosen to carry yourself. And this is beyond just your wife. This is how you have been as a person. You have not been a black man that would stand up for any black woman. You haven't done that in your entire career. You've made statements, you make jokes, you think everything is fucking funny, and you a cornball. And he called you out on it. And he did not say anything negative about this man's wife. Now that brings me to another point. I have a wife, right? And when I hear my wife name just brought up in a conversation, I don't hear nothing else after that. Now we got a problem. So I can understand RG3 being upset that that's just for the fact, just for the simple fact that he said RG3's wife. I don't hear shit else after that. If you're talking about mine, it's already a misunderstanding. But I'm the type of person, I'm not about to take back to the internet. I'm pulling up. If you don't say nothing about my wife, then I feel disrespected by it. I'm pulling up. That's
Man, Ryan Clark would knock that man's head off.
But we live.
He already knocked his head off.
We live in a society.
Yeah, he had done it already.
Outrage.
Again, minus the helmets.
They don't like what Ryan Clark said, so they paint it as he said something racist, but that is literally not what he said. He said, as a black man, you should not be on your pedestal talking down about any black woman because you don't have that status. You can't do that, sir. That pick another lane. And then we had Sam Acho get on there, and he was basically saying we got one black man putting down another black man, so ain't nobody winning. He is 100% correct. And you know what people said? He's a racist too. What the fuck? Because he said white people, you need to sit this one out. They were upset that they can't be included in a black on black conversation because we can't speak to each other in that way without somebody white saying, "Oh, I want to be included too."
But that's because you got black men like RG3 who have made that okay.
But
exactly, and that's the fucking problem. And then you got weirdos. Then you got weirdos like Jason Whitlock. He got to make everything creepy. He's like, that's not 2% milk. That's whole milk. You just a cold fucking creep. It's like, please sit down somewhere. Like, what?
That's who he should have been pulling up on.
Because you're a fucking creep and you say shit, and then it is very distasteful. We go back to what he was saying about Joy Taylor. You are a fucking creep and a weirdo. Like, that is it. The whole Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark conversation, it needs to be over with because honestly, Angel Reese really not that good. She can ball, she can get some rebounds here and there, but she is not on the level of Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson, who is the actual face of the WNBA.
Pull y'all to stop putting Caitlin and Asia in the same sentence.
And I'm not talking about individuals, but I am gonna name a couple. We can go back. How many college championships does Caitlin Clark have? Zero.
Zero.
How many Asia Wilson have? One.
How
many MVPs does Caitlin Clark have? Zero. Asia Wilson, a couple. How many WNBA championships does Asia Wilson have compared to Caitlin Clark? None. None to two. Back to back. So when we talking about the face of a league, you're gonna give me somebody who ain't won shit? No, that's not how it works. If we want to talk about the most exciting players, we can go back and look in the NBA when we had Tracy McGrady playing. He was probably the most exciting. Was he the best? No.
No.
He's still playing with Kobe and LeBron. Kobe and LeBron was the best. Carmelo was exciting as fuck, but was he better than LeBron or Kobe? No.
Nope.
Excitement does not mean the best or the face. You can be excited. You can put butts in the seats, but you are not the face.
You preaching to the choir here, though, brother.
Hey, for real. Now, but in a way, but let's get back to Sam to Emmanuel Acho. Emmanuel Acho, of course, yeah, like you said, he was right for what he said. Because this don't involve a lot of white people. This is a black on black conversation right here, black versus black conversation. You want to, interject yourself into this conversation because it's about Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. All right. But at the same time, Emmanuel Acho, you might want to sit this one out too, because you done had some issues in the last couple of years, clapping cheeks with Jordan Taylor and try to advance your career. Okay. Another cornball we need to put out there is Shady McCoy. I think he said some things about this too, and he's a cornball. He equates everything to about money and all this other stuff but your takes are irrelevant and non-existent.
You know what? Hold on. Let's not give Shady McCoy no air at all on any platform. This some bitch gonna say that he wanted to be an HBCU head coach because of the women on campus. If you don't get your dusty dick ass off a motherfucking HBCU campus and go on somewhere.
He from Pittsburgh. He went to Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like a predator mentality. I ain't gonna lie.
That's plantation
bro.
mentality.
You a whole red flag, bro.
Hey, come on.
They will. Hey, tell him to come down south to the HBCUs down south.
I wish I would catch his behind. I wish.
I mean, he would probably still get played because he rich. That's just how it works.
Yeah, but
bottom line though, I'm speaking on what he said. You sound like a whole red flag. I can't be friends with you. You're a red flag, dude. We can't be homies.
And he was saying that to Deshaun Jackson. That was in the Deshaun Jackson interview, talking about, oh man, Howard. No, you can't go to the Mecca. Matter of fact, you can't go to NAM. You know what?
You can't even go to Cheney State. They ain't even got a football team.
You know where he can go coach at? He can go coach at Coral Gables HOA. He'll fit right in.
Let him stay up there in Pittsburgh.
Just because you played the sport don't mean you can coach the sport.
Can't even talk the sport, but I
can't even talk the sport, let alone coach it. Like
that's why I call him the
I get what you said about Sam Acho saying that he should somewhat sit this out, but I think that when he started talking, it transcended the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Right. He was strictly speaking on two black men going back and forth on the internet for the world to see. Like, this is why white folks is laughing at us. This is basically what he's saying. And this is why he said, y'all need to sit this one out because I'm not talking to y'all. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all. As black men, we have to stop attacking each other. And the whole point that Ryan Clark was trying to make clearly it's not going to sit, or even if he did hear it or understood what he said, he still has to protect that narrative that he was right in the first place. Mm-hmm. Because if you ever admit guilt, then we got to go back and look at those statements and use them as disparagingly as we want to.
Yeah, we can question it.
Yeah, so You
He's
have to
already
deny,
admitted.
deny.
If he had nothing to hide, if he had no problem with the statements that he made about his wife, about him openly fetishizing his wife, he wouldn't have deleted them tweets.
He would have just left it alone.
Exactly.
Hey, a hit dog holler every time.
Every time.
Man.
Every time.
Hey, but at the same time, man, I was like, you know, Le'Veon Bell, bro, you were lusting for white women. Luke Campbell, you lusted for a white woman. Jason Whitlock, he just needs to sit his fat ass down somewhere, get on Weight Watchers.
Weirdo.
Who else in this thing that needs to sit their funky ass down somewhere?
Oh, it's a bunch of them.
We about to just cancel Twitter today, man. Just cancel everybody.
Hey, you know what? The WNBA season was 1 day old, and I was already tired.
We're not even a weekend. And the race shit is starting. We're not even a weekend.
But they knew. But here's the thing, though. They knew what they were doing when they made the FIFA versus the Sky the first game of the season.
That's the part that pisses me off. It's the commissioner and the people that built this fucking schedule. Y'all knew what was going to happen. We can't even get a week into the fucking season, and this shit has already started.
It is rare that I call for somebody to be fired. But Kathy, the current commissioner of the WNBA, need to fucking go.
We want to create a narrative so bad. We want people to watch so bad that we gonna play on people's biggest downfalls or hates or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna use that.
Day one. We're not gonna wait 3 weeks. We going day one.
And we gonna weaponize it. We have weaponized race in 2025. That is what's happening.
When in honesty, the Aces versus the Liberty being the first game of the season and the Liberty's getting their rings was enough excitement. That was enough.
Another thing, I feel like this, that Paige Becker's playing her first game and scoring 10 points. That got overshadowed by
bullshit.
Her second game, she had what, 20, 10, and 10?
That shit got overtaken by a take foul. Like, fuck the take foul. We want to talk about somebody balling out in game one. How about we talk about the fact that Caitlin Clark dropped a triple-double? Can we do that? Can we not talk about the negative shit? Can we talk about what actually happened positive in that game? She started out with a 20, 10, and 10, balling.
But listen.
That's how you start a season.
Everybody got mad at me when I said Caitlin Clark brought that cornfield fan base with her, and the WNBA embraced it, and that's how we got here.
But if you
but it wasn't hard for them to embrace because they were already, when you talk about face of the league, it's a reason why Kelsey Plum has the WNBA blocked on all of her social media. They can see none of her photos because the face of the league is Asian. The person the WNBA needed to push was Asian. Who were they trying to push? Everybody but Asian. So when Caitlin pops up.
But here's the thing, though, Jamal. Here's the thing. That you got people like Cheryl fucking Swoops. The shit damn near one of the GOATs of the WNBA saying I said she didn't like Caitlin Clark. She said the GOAT, 4 of them, right? She said that she didn't like how Caitlin is coming into the league and hasn't earned her damn stripes into the league as a rookie coming in from college. And of course, we all know that Cheryl.
But it ain't Caitlin's fault.
It ain't. But yeah, it was the media and the league's fault because this is what they wanted. That's why I said. That's why I asked Jamal if what's the lady's name you just said? Kathy? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If Kathy was fired for being the commissioner of the WNBA, who should be the commissioner of the W?
That's the problem. That's why I don't say much because they're not.
Let
there
David
are
Stern run.
there are not a lot of people
Let
that can
Stern run.
listen. If David Stern would have been running the WNBA,
Oh, this shit would have been over.
Paige Beckers would have never ended up in Dallas. We gonna
Because she
call
would
a
have came
spade
in.
a spade.
She would
Paige would have
have ended
never
up in.
ended up in Dallas.
She would have ended up in New York.
Either Connecticut or New York would have ended up with that number one pick, and Juju would be going to the Sparks in 2 years. If David Stern was their commissioner, I hated his ass too, but he knew how to make shit work.
No, they had to make sure Dallas got both number ones because they made a deal to get Luka out of there.
You know who I hope stubbed their toe? I hope Shaq stubbed his toe.
Hey, Doc laughing because he know it's true.
You say you hope Shaq stubbed his toe?
Yeah, because Shaq now running around here talking about David
My
Stern
been
asked him,
stubbed about 10 million times.
man, talking about David Stern asking where he wanted to be. Did he want to be somewhere cold or somewhere hot?
Well, hey,
like Shaq, you think Shaq about to lie on himself?
no,
Man.
and guess what? He picked somewhere hot, and he got another ring.
Look, Shaq don't do up north, man. He from the south. He from the south.
Shaq went to South Beach, dropped 40 pounds, and won another ring.
And when he went to LSU, what? Went to LA, Orlando, and Miami. And look, he went up to Boston. That shit did not last.
He went to Boston. It's like, nah, you know, it was time for him to go.
He is from the south. He making videos with Zero and shit. Like, come on, man.
Man,
he actually has some bars on that song too. Y'all should check it out.
But you said I know what you said because he said he wanted to be an HBCU professor when he finishes up. But y'all don't come on now, man. Y'all know y'all think Shaq's stupid. Shaq is fucking smart.
No, he's not dumb at all. He's just
not dumb at all.
Too.
I don't know who said Shaq was dumb. Just because he read at a third grade level don't mean he's dumb.
This is true.
Why? Like
okay. Let me fix that. It sounds like he reads at a third grade level. He actually reads at a college level. It's the perception, you know what I'm saying. But if you change,
I think it's his voice, bro.
You can look at it different.
I think it's his voice, man.
It's the voice
because
he talk with a list.
Yeah, I have more confidence in an LSU education than I do in Auburn education. And Charles Barkley is on TV every night.
Well, can't say you're wrong there.
You can't say wrong, but you still got fat fuckers like Jason Whitlock on TV.
We could do a whole show.
When can we cancel him? When can the black delegation cancel Jason fat ass Whitlock?
He on my jump list.
Because
fuck a Nerf bus hit his ass with a real bus. What you talking about?
He needs to be the main person that's on zipping.
He need to be beat the fuck up.
Oh man. So much to get to. You know what?
We need a commercial after that.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick commercial. We're gonna take a commercial. And then we're gonna come back. We're gonna get the ball up top. As a matter of fact,
we're just getting the ball up top.
Yeah, I know, right? But I wanna give everybody context. I didn't do the whole yard talk clip, but for everybody to get context, here is why Marlo started it.
Well, I can tell you very plainly because about 2 years ago, I want to say, the commissioner said that the goal was for the conference to move up to FBS. And so at some point, I feel like we have to hold him accountable for what he said. So every opportunity I get, I'm going to repost, retweet, and we're going to have that conversation. This ain't the first time that I have sparked dialogue about it. So with the new rules coming in, it's kind of like, okay, because when I first found out he said that, I asked him then, well, what is the plan? And nobody could give me anything that I could actually read. So now with these new rules and stuff coming in, I'm just like, y'all gotta tell me where we stand at. So that's kind of why the HBCU world is a buzz. And then you have Tennessee State, who I think last year, Coach Eddie George said that they want to become FBS, and it's been known in the HBCU circles that that's one of the reasons why A&T has jumped conferences twice, because that's their goal to be the first HBCU to join the FBS conference. So it's kind of a myriad of things, not just because they changed the rules today. It's been an ongoing conversation for, I would say, at least the last 2 years.
So does the HBCUs going up to FBS, does that mean more money for the school?
Listen, when I read that in black and white, I will let you know. But I'm assuming, see, you know me, I gotta see it, right? I don't just go by YouTube videos and by what the HBCU media prints. I need to actually see it where it makes sense to me. But I'm assuming that what their aim is that if we're on the FBS level, we'll have access to the bowl games, which we already have bowl games, and the TV revenue that comes with being in a higher division. That's the assumption, right? So I haven't seen something that says that, because you got to think, you still got to have 16 sports. So before you can even talk about getting to the revenue side, and I think if you go up a conference, you can't play a bowl game until like 2 years or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, you can't. You're not bowl eligible for 2 years.
Right. So that's 2 years where we can't get any revenue from that. So I'm just I'm assuming that they see, for them to make that statement, maybe they're looking at, we could get more sponsorships and stuff like that, whatever. But if you can't manage hundreds, you can't manage thousands, right? So
exactly,
it's just kind of like, I need to see it. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying, based on some of the decisions that have been made, I'm not sure if it's been thought out completely, besides being able to say, okay, we're HBCU and FBS, instead of HBCU and FCS.
What it sound like, dude was running his mouth because it sound good, and then he got to looking at them logistics, and it started to be a little bit more complicated than first thought.
But real talk, there isn't. You can probably pick 2, maybe 3 HBCUs that could legitimately make the jump. FAMU being one of them, because we have the infrastructure already in place. Outside of that,
like what? When you say infrastructure, what do
we
you
have
mean?
we have the fan base, we have the facilities, we have the financial backing.
Oh,
That's what I mean.
Wait, quick question, Marlo. Is that why FAMU is adding sports now?
I'm just saying, we have the facilities to actually make that jump. Like, what other HBCU have what FAMU has?
Which
as
is
far
what?
as far as the fan base following that could support the school, that travels well, that actually have the facilities. What you mean?
I didn't see y'all in Grambling last year. I was there.
Why would we go there? Y'all trash.
We almost beat y'all. They took that
we're not doing that yet.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Marlo was egged on. What you talking about?
Why we go there? Trash.
No, trash. Yeah, brother.
You don't like no school on the swag. Gee.
That shit went left quick, and I ain't gonna lie, it got worse after that.
No, she kept saying, what you mean? Like, hey, hold on, man.
Meaning he said what he said.
He said exactly what he said, and you know it's fucking true. You like, you know what? Well, hey, tell Marlo to hurry up.
I'm trying to get him to come. Oh man. Oh God. So that happened. We had a discussion on the whole clip. We will never run the actual full clip because no.
We know.
It got bad. It got real bad. It got real bad. So oh man. I guess I can go ahead and get to it since we here. Because I feel like this is a ball up top. So y'all know my New York Knicks is in the Eastern Conference Finals, and all I keep seeing across John Stark's internet is how the New York Knicks fans are terrible people.
Yeah, because you want to throw trash bags at people. That's terrible.
Three people does not make a fan base.
I think y'all should just blame Fat Joe and be done with it.
What Fat Joe do?
Looking like somebody, grandma.
Why are you wearing somebody's shawl over your head in public? I mean,
I want to wait. What did he say about Jalen Brunson? Because Jalen Brunson had like that man wasn't even standing there.
I don't know what
damn door frame, and he just walked past.
I mean, when you 5'6", and I'm trying to be nice. I cannot. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. But anyway, the New York Knicks is in the Eastern Conference Finals. We got home court advantage. I seen everybody comments. I know it's a couple people on the ONG podcast, or one person on the ONG podcast is a Pacers fan. Is a Pacers fan, and you know he's cheering for the Pacers. Man, look, Knicks in 5. Fuck all the other shit. Knicks in 5.
Yeah.
Let's
erase Knicks in 5.
Yeah, let's be real. Let's be honest with ourselves. For the first time in a long time, you have two small market teams playing in a conference final. Then you have another small market team playing the number one media market team in all of the
No, you ain't saying it right. It's the Mecca. It is the Mecca of basketball.
What is? I've seen shit in motherfucking 50 years.
It's the Mecca. It's the Mecca. They don't call no other city the Mecca of basketball. They only call
a lot of talent out of New York. But there's not a lot of championships.
Chicago's
the
Mecca is still the Mecca.
Oh, okay. I just want to know what we're talking about.
Talking about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, you got the OKC Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they are two of the smaller market teams in the conference, in the Western Conference Finals, and then you got a renewed rivalry back. I think it's a rivalry that was kind of dead for years, and now it's coming back. The Knicks versus the Pacers. All we need now is Reggie Miller to do the chokehold sign.
Listen,
look, I just want to say shout out to SGA, because unlike some other superstars, he balled out in game 7, dropped 35. Did what he had to do.
For those who don't know, one of the TP kids is letting him know he won't in.
Yep.
And so we've had a few times they've shown up on the show, and it's always hilarious when they show up on the show.
I know that face.
But I mean, it's New York basketball. Shout out to the Pacers for showing it up and making it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
The fight is going between Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton.
That ain't no fight.
The last time you seen them fight, they was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, listen, that ain't no fight. Here's why it ain't no fight. It ain't no fight because the best defensive player in the Eastern Conference that could probably put clamps on Jalen Brunson, which Jaylen Brown, yeah, he had him dancing on skates. Jalen Brunson is different.
The thing is, the Pacers are going to have to play good team defense, which I think they all are. There isn't really too much of with the Boston Celtics. Like Derek White's a good defender, Drew Holiday's a good defender, Jalen's a pretty good defender as well. Tatum's cool. Porzingis is all right. But like all them boys over there in Indiana, including Miles Turner, Pascal, them boys play some defense.
That's what I want to see, the matchup between Miles Turner versus Cat.
If Cat don't put his shoulder down and give that man a jump hook, listen.
It's gonna be a good one, dog. That matchup is gonna be a good one.
That's not even the matchup. The matchup is gonna be OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam. I got my money on OG, even though I complained about him disappearing.
You know what's crazy? They were teammates too. Oh,
see, I know. And here's what's crazier. I wanted Siakam over OG because OG is the state.
But see, OG gonna have to deal with both Siakam and when the Pacers switch up, they have to deal with Obi Toppin.
I'm okay with Obi. Listen, Obi Toppin was a Nick. I'm cool.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right until he hit 4 threes and then we mad.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna be mad
because he's done it before.
He is a street shooter, but he also a shooter that has no conscience. When he is off, he gonna keep firing that thing up. So I know I'm a Knicks fan. I've seen it too many times, but the OG and that OG and Siakam, that's gonna be the key to the series because we know what Brunson and we know what Halliburton is going to do.
Do you think Halliburton being a taller guard and a very defensive guard, do you think he's going to give Jalen Brunson trouble?
No.
I think that's the biggest question.
The difference
he played Cade Cunningham.
The difference is from last year to this year, we are healthier than we were last year. Yes. They now have to deal with 7 games of healthy Knicks. Even though we only play 7 people, you got to deal with all 7 of the people. And listen, last year we didn't have Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is a walking offensive rebound. Matter of fact, don't no guards go for no rebounds. Mitchell Robinson and Big Cat. That's all we need. That's the rebounds we need. That's all we need. And Mitchell Robinson, thank you for being healthy, sir. Thank you. Shout out to Tibbs because I almost fired him 4 times during the Eastern Conference final.
Semifinals. You fired that man 100 times this whole season.
Hey man, listen.
When you lose, he's still winning.
When you lose, and it's 4 people on the bench that ain't seen no minutes. And everybody else got 39 and 42. No, man.
Probably for good reason.
Hey, in game 6, Jalen Brunson only had 35 minutes.
I know. That was beautiful. But you know who had a bunch of minutes? Mitchell Robinson. He had a bunch of minutes. He had a big old impact.
He had 30 minutes.
I know.
They rewarded him. And I think Cat got into foul trouble.
Yeah, Cat got into foul trouble.
Yeah, he had to sit down. And then it turned into a blowout, so it was like no point of Brunson being on the court that much in the 4th.
No.
The game was out of reach.
I think we're ready. Last year, I don't think we were ready. We was not healthy, even though I was crashing out. We weren't ready. This year, we ready.
They
We
were
got all.
nowhere near healthy last year. OG was hurt. Then Brunson breaks his hand. Like there was so much shit going down.
Now you got McHale, Big Cat, yeah. But
It
then
feel
watch
good.
when Minnesota comes in and ruins your day. It was
I'm not. Let me
Minnesota?
tell you.
New York.
You
I'm
think
not.
Minnesota gonna get past OKC?
It's wishful thinking.
Listen, if Minnesota get past OKC, go ahead and fire the parade. I'm gonna go
Right,
ahead
I
and
was
make my
gonna say,
reservations right now.
amen.
My reservations right
That's
now.
why I'm hoping, TV. A man can dream. I know Julius Randle. See, that was the plot. Julius Randle, thank you.
He is
play
finna
your
fire
butt
that
off
thing.
all season.
Oh,
just for you to get to the NBA Finals and gift the Knicks a Finals and just fold right there. Thank you.
He worked for us.
Undercover spy.
Oh man, but again, right now, the Timberwolves and the Thunder are playing. Of course, it's on commercial. I don't know who's winning.
I get you.
Timberwolves are up 40-36, and actually, Julius Randle has 5 threes, and he's 5 for 6 with 18 points before half. He has almost half the team's points as we speak.
This is the dude that they ran out of LA.
Julius Randle
and New York.
Yeah,
New York.
Man, just can't
Me
win with
being
him.
one of those people.
Wait a minute, where did Julius Randle when he left the Lakers? Where did he go to next?
He went to New York.
He went to New York.
Yeah, he went to Pelicans. No, you're right. He went to the Pelicans. He went to the Pelicans because he got traded to the Pelicans, and then he went to New York.
Try to run him out of New York. They try to run. They ran him out of New Orleans because they said he stops the ball.
He do. Dribble, fall away 3.
Well, you know he got that Mamba mentality in his system, so
he is 6'10", 6'11". He need to be going to the bucket, but it's okay. Keep shooting them threes. Keep shooting them threes.
For analytics, they'll fall at some point.
You know how I feel about analytics.
I know, though. I said that.
AWS, man, stats of the game. Come on.
Oh man. So listen. We on Thursday. We had a very interesting conversation about the highest of 7 hills and their president. And as I was getting out of surgery, I was informed that MAGA Marv was going to be the president of the FAMU. And I'm going to do my best to keep the way I present information.
Tell Marlboro Marv we a smoke-free campus.
I'm going to try and keep everything balanced. I'm going to try to keep us from being negative because I'm going to be honest with you. You have not seen a new article on Fatmouth Sports because I was literally down in the dumps trying to figure out how this happened. So at some point, my upbringing kicked in and I started making jokes and start posting funny clips because I can't just stay down. And for the Rattler family, for the people who are fans and alumni, people that know me, I'm gonna keep making these jokes.
See me at homecoming with a bad wig glued to a shiesty mask. It's just me.
Oh, what?
A bad wig glued to a shiesty mask.
No. Stop. So hopefully SID Driscoll keeps answering my phone calls. Hopefully I have not made ourselves persona non grata. But again, I'm not gonna stop speaking the truth. But I'm gonna do my best to keep.
She gonna get these damn jokes until she out of there.
Bro,
See,
I'm telling
8
you,
ball balls.
I'm gonna tell you what this. Like I said on Sunday, we talked about this Sunday, Troy. It was a coup. It was a coup
Yeah,
d'état.
yeah. It was cool.
It was a coup d'état because of what happened with the donation. Where you want to call it a scandal or not?
No,
It's not just that.
it wasn't
It's
that. This was in play before that.
yeah.
That might have
So
sped it up, but
yeah.
this was a long play.
So you mean to tell me they didn't want Larry Robinson out of there before he messed up?
No. It
no.
wasn't about getting Larry out. It was
About the people on the board.
it's about the people on the board and controlling what the school does, right? So you have to think about all institutions, with the exception of a few Christian institutions, all institutions that are institutions of free thought and higher learning.
Okay.
What it is about is stopping the information, controlling what research comes in and out of these institutions of higher learning. So ultimately, you can keep the population dumb, so the same people can stay in control. Because if you gut my sociology program, and you gut my history program, and you take those things away from me, then I don't know that you're robbing me blind.
Right.
I don't know to ask for more. I don't know that the shit you doing is fucked up, because I have a one track, hey, this is science, or this is the way it should be mine. So it's ultimately about control of it's about control of information and who has access to that information. That's the long play.
Yeah. And I use this example all the time. And it's because we didn't pay attention to it enough. New College of Florida in Sarasota, they are a liberal arts school. They never wanted a baseball team. Why the fuck did they want it? They have a baseball team now.
New College. So when you think of New College
and $1 million salary.
When you think of New College, if you ever seen a movie like with a hippie campus where kids just do what they want, that was New College. They were all you had to have like a damn near 5.0 to get into New College to start with. So it's like an honors college on steroids. Those kids made their own curriculums and followed their own curriculums. It was literal, it was like a think chamber for a damn institution.
And it was
they got a president that has never been in higher ed before. He make, like he said, he make $1 million a year. They get in the baseball team. New College never had. They ain't want nothing to do with sports. They were a think tank. They did research and they wrote. That is what New College did.
Here's the thing people don't know. Had not Puss in White Boots not pissed off his party, they were going to get absorbed by USF.
Yep.
But he pissed off his party, and they shut all that down. And the state does not currently have a budget. The new budget has to be up and running by August. But again, it's a lot of it. It's a lot to it, but it all starts with elections have consequences. And I ain't talking about the governor's election. I am talking about your local election.
Even your local.
So here's the thing. I'm looking on Wikipedia right here, right? It says in 2023, the state government of Florida overhauled its board of trustees in an attempt to transform the Honors College into a conservative institution modeled on Hillsdale College. Afterward, nearly 40% of the faculty resigned. So they only have like 90 some people that's on the faculty with a student faculty ratio of 8-1.
Now mark my word. Listen at what I'm about to tell you.
Go ahead.
The same thing is about to happen to Bethune-Cookman, but in black. That school is about to become a black conservative think tank. You heard it on the Gathering of Old Men podcast.
Do you realize that the very same board, or a majority of the board from FAMU is also on the board at Bethune-Cookman. Them people was trying to run Belvin Perry out of town.
Belvin said, "I'll step down, but I ain't stepping off from the board." You told me that.
Hey, y'all gotta remember, Belvin Perry fought on Florida State for FAMU by his damn self. He didn't have no backup and no help. It was just him. Yep. And he fought off Florida State by himself.
Unlike you got another board member that's a dual board member in John Crossman, who I interviewed.
Hey, fuck that white man. Hey, put up the statement. I seen it. I seen it.
He ain't back on my show since.
He ain't coming back either because he don't want to smoke. All of them said and did what they had to say and do. 9 times out of 10 took their payouts and do.
But he made his vote and dipped out.
Him and Vasquez, who hadn't even been confirmed by the Board of Governors, same dude. Dip.
Band Talk said there's only 3 Board of Governors that are the same.
But Crossman is chairing their presidential search.
Mm-hmm.
Crossman is about to pull a Devron Gibbons if he hasn't done it already.
Yep, because that man
Devron is on that board too. I'm pretty sure Devron is on that board too.
Are you sure?
Devron, I think he is. I know it's like 3 of them.
Hold on. Let me pull up their board of trustees.
I think it's like 3 of them. I know it's Perry and Crossman, and it's one more. It might be Reed. It might not be Gibbons. It might be Reed. And Reed voted for Paul. Band Talk, we know that, and that's what we're saying. When they ran Ellison off because he wanted to stop the search and force an investigation because he knew some slick shit was going on. They forced him off by saying, "Hey, the Board of Governors never confirmed this pick, so he can't be on the board." But they added John Vasquez 18 hours before they were slated to vote for the current president. 18 hours. Same man had not been confirmed by the Board of Governors, and then he voted for the president and immediately signed off the call.
Devron Gibbons is the parliamentarian for Bethune-Cookman Board of Trustees.
Ooh, they gave him parliamentarian. Oh, Jesus.
So he got his hand dipped in everything.
Yep.
Let me Band Talk. Let me go ahead and tell you something, okay? And I'm gonna tell you this as a person that
we're gonna hold your hand while we say this.
I did not believe, looking at the resumes of the people that were on the FAMU Board of Trustees, that there were 8 votes for an unqualified lady. I watched a man in a bow tie as the faculty representative of Florida A&M bellyache about wages for both the DRS school and the employees and instructors and professors, right? I did not understand where he was going with that, but I now know. He was signaling to the whole world what he was going to do. If y'all have anybody on your board that has any kind of gripe, I promise you, and I'm going to say it exactly like this, St. Pete has approached them. St. Pete has had a conversation, and that vote is going to go down exactly how he wants it to. You know who I'm talking about. I ain't got to go no further into it. Just know, if y'all get a candidate that look odd, just know it is a retirement package for a Puss in White Boots friend. Just understand all that. But again, we went down that little rabbit hole. I just want y'all to know we still, and we're gonna watch what's going on with Bethune-Cookman as well, because I don't want anything bad to happen to them either. But we're gonna watch
Maybe a couple limbs fall out of a tree or something, but not too bad. No damage, none, just fall.
Do y'all have the names of the people who voted yes? I know Devron was one. I know
It was
Crossman was one.
Devron, it was Crossman, it was Michael bitch ass White, FAMU Faller 09. Me and him was in SBI together. Washington, who has no ties to FAMU at all. She was a Rich Scott lackey. The faculty staff member who put a picture just got posted of him skinning and grinning from ear to ear with
Oh,
goddamn
Jamal Brown.
yeah, Jamal Brown. That's fine. Devron 6 and Figures didn't show up. She never shows up, but she also on the Diddy trial right now. And damn, who was that
You said
last?
Nicole
Vasquez.
Washington. You said Nicole Washington.
Yeah, I already
voted?
said Nicole Washington. So it's
Yeah.
two Nicoles. It's Nicole Washington and no, her name is Natalie. Nicole Washington, she was a Rick Scott lackey. She has no ties to Florida at all. I don't think. I know she went to Princeton, but she didn't go to no Florida school.
Yeah.
She was appointed to DOE by Rick Scott. So she's a Rick Scott lackey that got held over.
It's, like I said, it's going this. It is going, as Marlo said, it's gonna be okay. FAMU is used to
we'll
fighting.
be all right.
FAMU is used to fighting. This is just another fight. So get your t-shirts.
And again, if you see somebody at homecoming with a bad wig glued to a shiesty mask, it is me. You are okay.
Long as your
Just
wig
had to
don't
put
smell.
that out there.
Long as your wig don't smell like earring backs.
Hey, I'm gonna just have to run that motherfucker over to make it as crispy as that what she got on her head.
Oh man! All right, so I guess we got to get to the new. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to share something because I feel like somebody think they smart and they ain't, because they too stupid to know that they went to Coral Gables HOA. Go ahead and share my screen. This is why I call them dumbass birds, right? This is why I call them dumbass birds. So there's a guy named Mark who is a UF alum, and he's always making fun of Miami, because their greatest accomplishment last year was beating the University of Florida 47-17. So I said, at this point, it's just bullying. Coral Gables HOA won't approve their stadium. JJ Kane, Miami said, "Bully who? Ain't no HOA at the Rock, sir. The rental is a beautiful place. I'm a Dolphin and Kane. My weekends are great during football season." First off, you're lying if you're a Dolphin fan. Your weekends are full of heartache. They have been full of heartache since Dan Marino left. So that's the first lie, right? The second lie, it has been 21 years. You have a 21-year chip on your shoulder because the Canes ain't coming back. Papa was a Rolling Stone. He was also an Ibis. It's over. It's never coming back. You don't even have the vocation to understand that your school is located in Coral Gables HOA. You think it's located in North Miami, or Miami Gardens, I should say. Sir, from like the bottom of my heart, yeah, fuck you. Like, I took time out of my day because you decided to post the most absolute dumbest. Oh wait, never mind. I'm talking about the Ibis. You know what? My bad. I wasted our time on the Ibis. My bad. My fault. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. That being said, interesting lawsuit filed today. So a young gentleman.
And we got to talk about the other lawsuit too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to both of them. We're gonna get to both of them. You know, oh God. So Zakai Ziegler is seeking a 5th year of competition. His current NIL evaluation at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, is $2.1 to $4 million. So he is suing for an extra year of eligibility. I don't blame him. I have nothing bad to say about this lawsuit. If he wins, he gets another $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
If he loses, he ran out of eligibility anyway.
My hometown out here. That's crazy.
Very.
So I'm okay. I'm okay with him suing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If I'm the only person that's okay with that, let me know. But I'm okay.
I mean, but under why is he trying to get the 5th year?
Because
what else he gonna do?
Evaluation is $2 million. He's not going to the pros. He's not a 2nd round draft pick. But he is
right. But like how? Like what makes him eligible to get the 5th year?
Because
like, there's got to be a reason, right?
Because
like,
for college eligibility for athlete, you have 5 years to complete
4.
It's 4, but in a sense you have 5 years. They say the fifth year is supposed to be the red shirt. It's the red shirt rule.
Right,
so like,
but I don't think he's red shirted.
But yeah, but you say, but back then, remember, we talk about before NIL, we talk about before transfer portal stuff, right? When you red shirt, that means you ain't playing. That means if you get red shirted, let's say you get red shirted 3 games into a season, especially for football, right? For football, you get red shirted three games in, or you play 3 games and then at the 3rd game you get red shirted. So basically, they say that the NCAA is that you really do have 5 years, because they also treat, let's say you could treat that 5th year as I'm going to get I'm going to get a master's, right? That's the reason why you've seen a lot of dudes back in the day where you get a master's, you can play football, but you had to be at a school where I think it's the getting a master's, the classes is not at the same school you was at, but I don't know how that was. But he's talking about the red shirt rule. But he's been playing ever since he's a freshman. He's a senior. If he's not even garnered, like I said, he's not even garnered a 2nd round pick for the NBA.
He's saying, since if I would have redshirted and got a 5th year, but I didn't redshirt, so y'all should just give me the 5th year anyway.
In a sense, that's what
it sounds like.
It's what it sounds like, because you're supposed to. It's 4 years. But
it's 4 years.
It's a 5-year eligibility window.
Right, but the eligibility is contingent on something happening to you. You get red shirted, you gray shirt, you medical, what was
medical red shirt,
you medically red shirt, you get hurt. It's contingent on something happening to you, so it's not really 5 years. It's still 4.
Right.
Because if you go out there on game 1 and get your ACL snapped, you ain't playing no more games. So it's giving you the 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
You just been there 5 years, but it's giving you 4 years of actual competition.
So there is a antitrust clause. There's an antitrust clause, and There's an antitrust clause. The Sherman Act. There it is, the Sherman Act. So they're invoking the Sherman Act, saying that you can't restrict a player's income, which is how they're going to try and go at the extra year eligibility.
But they're not restricting his income. You have outran your eligibility, sir.
But they're
right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I don't think he's played. I remember he played with this kid that got drafted from Memphis when they were both freshmen.
This sounds like the male Sedona Pierce. You've been in college since 2012. Graduate, please.
He had his room.
Go home. Go home, Roger.
Again, I'm not mad at him.
I am.
If you don't get it, but if you don't get it,
I'm actually mad about this.
If he don't get it, you run out, get you a fucking job. Just like I said about TJ Finley.
Yeah.
Just like I said with TJ Finley. Get a job.
Go coach. Go do something. Go start an AAU team. Go do something.
Or let's just say it like this. I ain't see you this. How about I'm about to send you this right here, Troy.
I just got this feeling.
Yeah, it's out of pocket. You already know.
No.
It's just.
So it's on. Check Twitter. Check the group. So Houston.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Houston Christian transfer quarterback Eli Brickhandler, formerly on North Carolina A&T.
That's the A&T kid.
Yeah, has committed to Ohio State. It said he tossed for 557 yards and 4 touchdowns last season. And he is going to Ohio State to be a overpriced Gatorade bottle handler.
At Ohio State.
At Ohio State. Sir, you're not getting on the field.
We're about to be a practice player.
Man, it's about to be a walking crash test dummy.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm not believing that he's getting NIL money.
He getting something, but remember,
is that
schools can participate now, so he getting something. Even if he just and be like, "Hey, I play for Ohio State," he getting something.
They said he might. This will come. I don't know. I don't know if this is true. Coming from Dave, he said it might be if it's like $50,000, and I retweeted back to him in what Dave and Buster tokens.
I mean, I can see him getting 35. I can see him getting 35.
To be the water boy. To be the water boy at Ohio State.
3,500, yeah. 3,500. Yeah.
Ain't no 35,000.
3,500.
Here's why I'm saying
what is he? Sophomore?
Quarterback.
No, this man.
No, like year in college.
He been in college for 5 years, man.
He another one. It's time for him to go home.
It's time for him to go get a job application.
It's time to go home. Time to go get a job. It's time to do adult things. Shit.
Go to the Arena League.
Yeah. Go see if you can get in the CFL.
They getting money in the Arena League. I don't even think he's CFL classified either, man.
Damn.
That's how I feel. Hey. I got a cousin. My cousin right now is playing in the CFL for I think not British Columbia, but for the Calgary Stampeders.
Yeah.
I don't think he would be. He's just not that good.
Yeah.
He's not that good.
It's
different. Like it's different from TJ Finley. TJ Finley is good, but dude just don't know when to sit his ass down somewhere and just be at one spot. like I said it. Look, you got a wife, you got 2 kids, you got a house with a white picket fence. It's time for you to get a job application.
There's some CDLs.
Go to get your CDL and become a big truck driver.
Hey, man.
Hey, if y'all want to drive trucks, we need more electricians and HVAC. We need more people.
plumbers.
We need more HVAC and refrigeration techs. I swear to God.
Do you know how many Florida State Seminole fans said DJ Uwe Ungalale should get his CDL? You know how disrespect. I'm so glad he got signed to an NFL contract.
I said it, and
He
I'm
got
not
an
even a
NFL
Florida State
contract?
fan.
Yeah, he's in camp right now. I forget what camp he's in, but he's in camp right now.
He better not be in Jacksonville. That's all I know.
Hey man, he better not have his ass over there.
Let's look
PK, you live in Jacksonville?
Nah. New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to go up there. 5 boroughs, what's up?
Shit.
We
got everything over
what
here.
borough you in, man?
Not Long Island.
Long
I
Island?
don't even live out there. Yeah.
Oh shit.
He signed with the Chargers.
Yeah, he went back home to LA.
He signed with the Chargers.
I mean, you go there, if it's not right for him to be in the NFL, he can always go back to high school. He can always go back to St. John Bosco.
Yeah.
And be a coach there.
I just want I want FAMU to get some of them St. John Bosco offensive linemen. That's all I'm saying. Just 1 or 2 of them Polynesian dudes. And stop sending them to BYU. You know what? That's what I mean.
Got money over there, man.
It's they go on the Christian missionaries, man. Like, but
I don't take some. I'm about
You know
to go
what?
on a
I'm finna go on a tangent. We about to do the disrespect segment real quick because I got smoke for Danny Ainge.
The disrespect segment.
Uh-oh. So there was a post of a 2025 signee to the University. BYU, and it went. The young man had his first LDS church visit, and a lot of people was upset. They talked about that man, talking about, well, I guess that's what NIL buys and yada, yada, yada. Y'all mad at everybody but Danny Ainge. Well, Troy, why do you say that? Danny Ainge provided a method that this young man could get NIL in high school. And then, as a BYU alum, provided a method of NIL for him to play at BYU. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where is Danny Ainge a GM at?
In Utah.
Where
BYU is.
Ain't Utah still like gutting their roster?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the reason. If you really think about it, that is the reason why
he tried to take
the first. They didn't get the number 1 pick.
Pipeline.
Yeah, they didn't get the number 1 pick, right?
He probably happy because he's like, all right, we about to do this again. We about to run it back.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the run back this next season.
You're gonna tank for another season to try to get the number 1 pick.
Not just the number 1 pick though. His guy.
Get your guy, AJ DeBanter.
I mean,
he gonna trade for him.
You shopping around though. Shopping around to see what you can get for it.
Ain't nobody listen. Danny Ainge is another dude. Nobody was accepting his phone calls anymore either. He done fleeced too many people.
Some people gonna want that Lori marketing dude.
They don't want that contract though, because that contract is like close to 40 million. It's like a little bit over $40 million every year.
But a team
that's like
desperate enough
on your team.
Hold on. I don't think it can't be that much.
No,
I'm just saying that
Laurie Markkinen's contract is up there. He was supposed to got that when he was in. He was supposed to got that if he would have stayed in Chicago.
Right.
Man,
16 mil a year.
It's 16 mil a year.
Wait, no, you're right. What the? No, that's insane.
Yes, his contract is over $40 million a year.
Whoa,
I think he got a max. He got a max deal.
Yeah, because he was an all-star. You're right. I guess that just kicked in. It just started.
So you partner him.
Oh, he's stuck there.
You partner him with AJ DeBanson for next season, next year. That's the new Stockton to Malone right there.
$46 million for that production. Oh, that's crazy.
And all you missing is the Jeff Hornacek, Jeff Hornacek clone.
I'm for everybody to get their money. I am. Like when it's your turn and your contract come up, I am okay with everybody getting their money. But that man getting paid to go nowhere. They are he getting cardio every season. He is unlike some other dude in LA in the best shape of his life at the end of the season.
You know, he's never made the playoffs in his 9-year career.
Who is that?
Lauri Markkanen.
Oh, well, he was in Chicago for like 6 of them years, right?
Damn.
Yep.
Just
where was he at? Where else was he at? Cleveland.
Oh yeah, he was in Cleveland too.
That 1 year. Okay, that's what
this. I'm trying to make sure we ain't miss nothing. Outside the fact that if OKC don't win this game,
man,
not get rid of the GM. You don't get rid of Sam Presti.
If they don't win, they not about to win.
This don't look good.
They don't like winning game ones, apparently.
If Carolina let Sunrise beat them in this Eastern Conference Finals of the NHL playoffs, well, they finna lose. It's 3-1 in the third. They finna lose.
Yep.
They finna lose. This
Panthers put belt to ass. They going for the repeat. How you feel about it, Troy? Just like the Lightning, right?
If I take out all the air on their float tires, and they still have the parade.
Well, my Stars are in the Western Conference Finals against Edmonton Oilers. And it's kind of crazy that Wayne Gretzky is giving us our praise. The greatest hockey player, who by far is one of the greatest Oilers in hockey in NHL history, is giving the Ops their praises. Well, they still got 18 minutes left in the third period, man. It's not like they can come back.
It's I don't want Sunrise to win. I don't care if you call me a hater. I know Florida is a hockey state, but it's a hockey state because of the Tampa Bay Lightning, not because them jokers in Sunrise.
I don't know about that. I think it's a hockey state because they both are. Just not the Lightning this year.
They got one. They got one.
You're about to get one.
I have faith in either the Oilers or the Stars. Somebody gonna stop them. Somebody gonna stop that train.
Let's go Stars.
I mean, I don't care. One of them. Because, well, whatever. Real quick, Castle is heads the all rookie team. He was a unanimous selection. Again, that was the kid that we made fun of and said that we didn't know who he was because of all the other stuff that was going on with Luka in the NBA. Shout out to him for making the all rookie team.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Zachary.
He won a national championship, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, Zachary Richardson made the team, all rookie team. Jalen Mills and Zach Edey from the Grizzlies and Alex Sarr from
Time out.
They all
How
had
did
good
Zoolander
years.
make the team? Zoolander made the team.
Zachary?
Who's Zach Edey?
Zach Edey.
Yeah, he averaged a double-double.
He averaged a double-double when they took him off the bench.
No, I mean he started half the games.
I mean, he had his season total was 9 points, and he scored 9 points, 8 rebounds a game, and 1 assist.
9-8. Come on.
8. So of course for him that's garnering all rookie. What other rookie? Let's see. In the second team, let it go. Khalil Ware from Miami.
He played well this year too.
Matas Buzelis from Chicago.
He was cool.
From New Orleans, Yeez Missy, Portland's Donovan Clingan, and Washington's Bud Carrington were on the second team. And then Isaiah Collier was 1 point shy of tying Carrington for the final spot on the second team all rookie.
That's pretty fair. Collier came on at the end of the season for Utah. He was pretty good. That's probably going to be their point guard of the future, as I see it over there. He was the point guard over there at USC when Bronny James was there. He was ranked higher than Bronny James coming out of high school.
Absolutely.
He was like top 5, I believe, in that class. This Isaiah Collier kid. He's going to be good. So Bub Carrington just played he started on a crappy team, so he had a lot of minutes and played well. So kudos to him.
Donovan Klinger. Hey man, Donovan Klinger is a damn NCAA champ. So
he had a similar year to Zach Edey. He couldn't, ironically, like coming out, I thought that he was the better offensive player. But Zach Edey was putting the ball in the basket more than he was. It seemed like he struggled a lot, like when it came to like just maneuvering around the NBA sized big men. So hopefully, come this offseason, he was a great rebounder. He did his job defensively. I seen him go out and be able to guard guards too at times. So like he's not a complete liability out there, when it comes to defense. So it was nice that, like, I don't know if Ayton was hurt or if they just shut Ayton down or whatever, but it was nice that they were able to give him some sort of minutes and start him here and there. He's going to be good. Whether he stays there or he goes off somewhere else after the end of his rookie contract, he's going to be good.
Matas Buzelis.
He's inefficient.
He played in 80 games, started 31. He can score. His issue is he's like real thin. He's pretty much almost like Chet Holmgren thin.
Yeah.
That boy,
he'll be fine though. He's a forward. He shoots a lot. He kind of fits the mold of the modern NBA, but he's just a little bit inefficient. He got his opportunity because Chicago was what it was. They traded everybody, right? So he got blessed with an opportunity. Let's see. as time goes on, does he seize it, or is he just going to stay at this 10 points per game margin?
The Yeast Missy was 9-8.
He was good too.
Yeah, he was good too.
Him and Zach
He
were
played,
very good this year.
played in 73 games, but he started 67 of those games. And he was, remember, New Orleans was a walking mass unit past season.
Yeah.
They
He was
have
their one bright spot all year.
Right.
The only bright spot.
You know how you know what? We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back with the party shots. Yeah, we'll run this one real quick. Don't start, that won't be nothing. Speaking of Twitter beefs, so before the new year, I was awakened to Florida State news that I had not expected. 6 former Florida State basketball players decided to sue Leonard Hamilton because of missed NIL payments. And at first, I didn't know how to respond because I didn't have all the information. So shout out to Fries No Slaw, TJ Pinger. His podcast has had attorney Rohan on and explained all of the facts of the case. I don't care about who wins the case, who's right or wrong. What I care about is that there are coaches, the head coach, one of them, sending text messages about payments to players from the NIL collective. Wait for it. Fucking Rising Spear. For those who don't know, Rising Spear has been suspended from doing business with Florida State for the last year. I might have broke up, so let me say that again. Rising Spear has been suspended from doing business with Florida State for the last year. Apparently, Rising Spear was supposed to pay each of these players $250,000. Again, I want to start off by saying, fuck Rising Spear, their CEO, and everything he stands for. I hope he stub his toe every morning at 3 a.m. when he wake up. That's how I feel.
Why did Jen just look at you like, I know he didn't just say this, bro?
I don't know if Jen gonna come back on the show.
Fucking Rising Spear.
Because $1.5 million is what was owed. We live in a treble damages state. So 250 times 3, that's a lot of money.
750 2, that's 6 players. They owe 6 players money. They didn't get their money. Somebody got to pay. Or you're going to start to see transfers where you didn't expect them. And that's what happened.
You're going to see a Mashup McCants type deal.
You know what?
No.
I want to see that fight right there. I want to see Rashad McCants go against Raymond Felton. That shit would be funny as hell, though.
I'm gonna try and get through this real quick, like 30 seconds. Is Rashad McCants upset his NBA career was trash?
Yeah,
I don't think he's upset. I just think, to me, because I watch Gil's Arena all the time. And some of the takes that he be having, they be off the wall. But in some of his takes, he makes sense about certain things.
Not when it comes to North Carolina, though.
Right, for North Carolina, he got heavy smoke for them. And I just think that that's his personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do my own thing. Y'all can go and have and do all this together and stuff like that, I'm gonna be over here chilling or working out or shooting in the gym and shit like that. I just think that that's his personality. But I think he also feels like that you know that's the plantation mentality right there. For those black players to say, well, Roy Williams was like a father figure to me, and to me, Roy Williams' job is to coach a team, get to a championship, get paid, and make sure either you stay at school or you go to the league.
I was about to give you your pawn chart, TP.
Okay, my bad. I wasn't gonna knock off though. I wasn't gonna cut them off. Oh shit, here we go. Hey, look, man. We talked about it earlier. It's time that we appreciate the WNBA for the actual basketball aspect. All this drama back and forth, all the race baiting, they got to stop. You know, was Ryan Clark wrong in what he said? No, he didn't say nothing wrong. But you got to understand that when you respond to something, there's going to be a response and then another response. We on a slippery slope, and then it's going to be a never-ending battle. At the end of the day, we just want to enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying? Can we get along as a people? Because you got one guy he has this platform, but yet he doesn't use it for the benefit of the people that look like him. You get that? Leave him where he at. Cornball, whatever you want to call him. And then you got the other guy, he's gonna speak up for it, and he's gonna add to the narrative, but does it really help the narrative? That's the question. So that's just how I feel about it. NBA conference finals have started. My prediction: give me OKC versus New York. I think the Knicks got too much firepower. I like Josh Hart. I like OG. I like Bridges. I think it's gonna be a game 6 or 7. I don't think they're gonna walk by Indiana by any means because they've played with that dog mentality all playoffs. They've been and beat some teams that nobody thought that they would beat, and here we are. Knicks versus Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then on the other side, SGA. You have got to hold it down, bro. You the MVP. You got to do it. This is your year. Y'all have the number 1 seed. Y'all going against not any of the teams in the top 4 seeds. So you have to get past Minnesota. I know they're struggling at home right now, but don't let this be the way that your season ends. You can't keep getting the 1 seed and not making it to the final because this will be 2 years in a row. So SGA, if you got to drop 40 a night, you better channel your inner Michael Jordan and go the fuck off every chance you get on that court. Because at the end of the day, that's who they're going to blame. They're going to blame you if they don't win. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been a good playoff so far. We're going to have a different champion for the 7th straight season, which is unprecedented. Some people think it's bad for basketball because we're not building dynasties, but I think I like the variety of teams that make it to that's won championships because it shows that the NBA isn't so heavy-sided, right? Because we remember back in the day, you have a team like the Celtics or the Showtime Lakers, like they're gonna dominate every year. You know they're gonna be in the conversation come end of the season. I like seeing different team win. I like seeing that because we're not looking at teams just dominating. And like I said, some people don't like it. I like it. I think it's good for the game. And we're going to see players moving around this offseason. We're going to see another champion team next year. I don't think who wins it this year going to win it next year. Just being honest. Out of the 4 teams left, I can't see any of them repeating. But that's why they play the game. But I have more for y'all on Thursday. Thank you for watching the Madness Podcast. I'm TP.
Well, tell the family I say hello.
I got you.
Give the wife a heads up that we may come out there in October for the Vegas Classic. might be in in Vegas. So give a heads up.
All right, that's a bet. All right, I'll holler at y'all, man.
All right, TP.
DK, what do you have for us this week, sir?
Oh man, similar to TP, in the sense of the NBA aspect. It's really exciting being from New York, and I'm exposed myself. I'm not gonna lie, being a little bit of a fake New York fan. It's just it feels different to me, anyways. It feels different. Even while Melo was here, Melo himself was just a different. He was a different basketball entity. His aura transcended a little bit more than just New York basketball. He's a basketball figure overall for I feel like a lot of people, or for a generation, right? But this New York Knicks team, Jalen Brunson and the team, it's over the last couple of years has felt different than that Carmelo team, and at least through my lifetime anyways. I'm sure that Allen Houston team had its moment. Ewing had his moment. At least in my lifetime, this feels different, and it's cool to watch. My prediction is that they make it and hopefully win. I'm not just saying that because I'm from here. The way that they're playing is great and phenomenal. It's not going to be easy by any means. The Eastern Conference Finals very well could go 7 games, and so could the NBA Finals. So it's not going to be easy road. It's not going to be easy road. But and then over there on the other side with OKC and Minnesota, I'm still shocked about Minnesota, quite honestly, in a little bit of a way, because they kind of faltered at times. They stumbled in the beginning part of the year. They caught fire toward the end of the year, which is when you need it the most. So, and they're continuing that. It would be a nice finals to see Julius Randle and Cat go back at go at it. And that would actually be crazy, because if I remember correctly, they were the first game of the year too. So to start the year with with the teams that started the year off, or to end the year with the teams that started the year off, I don't know if they're trying to do that or not, if it's scripted, but yeah, it'll be fun to see. And then over there with the WNBA, I just like that it's another sport starting its season. I'm all for all of the sports, but I'm past the whole Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark thing. It was a hard foul. Get over it. Let them play ball. Let's talk about the ball aspect. Let's talk about who was playing that day, the teams that played tonight. And I believe there was one game yesterday. Let's just talk about the games that are being played, the stats, the players that are playing in them, the player movement, the new teams and the new players on these teams, and how they're gelling and all that. Let's talk about that. Hard foul. Get over it. Y'all live, but that's gonna be my time for this week. Hopefully, we'll see come next week who probably will end up in the NBA Finals.
Ooh. Hey, Miss Lady. All right, Doc, what you got for us this week?
You already know we got SWAC baseball tournament starting tomorrow. Jackson State's playing the 3rd game on Wednesday for against Alabama State. Winner of the game moves on. Loser of the game goes into the losers bracket. And of course, what happens when you get to the losers bracket is more games to get yourself back into that winners bracket to go ahead and get to the actual finals. Again, I am going to harp off what TP said earlier about this being, you know, a black on black conversation, and all the milk of magnesium people trying to interject themselves into the conversation between two black men. Will I ever not ingratiate my spouse? I'm going to put her on a pedestal every time she's here, as you see her right behind me. But other than that, RG3 is a cornball. I'm going to say it. Ryan Clark wasn't wrong for what he said. I don't care if Ryan Clark was married to a white woman at first. He has a black woman now. He has black kids, regardless of the fact. And I hope RG3 gets to the point where he starts talking to his kids about being black, because you, my friend, are black. Hope you took a look in the mirror lately to see if your skin ain't bleaching or you got revitiligo. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. But for those that don't know, that's a Boondocks reference. But at the same time, I'm just gonna be able to harp my, put my spouse, my wife, on that pedestal because she deserves it. And yes, RG3 is searching for relevance. He hasn't been relevant since since his playing career. And of course, he did win the Heisman at Baylor, which is that was undaunting because he was the most important and exciting player at that time in college football. What did that garner him? Nothing really, because he didn't win a conference championship and he didn't go to a national championship, so it really didn't matter to him. But he did win the Heisman. But other than that, he is a part of the three dumbasses that are in sports talk today himself, along with Emmanuel Acho and Shady McCoy. And if you want to add the ringleader to it, fat ass Jason Whitlock is the ringleader, and they all just need to go ahead and cancel them out. But other than that, that's pretty much what I got to say. It is an exciting time here in Dallas. Of course, Cooper Flag is coming to Dallas. Nico Harrison is not going to mess this up. He better not mess this up, or the Dumons is going to go ahead and get rid of him. So Cooper Flag, first pick in the draft. Come on to Dallas. We got Paige Buckets compared with, teaming up with RK with the Wings. They're starting out 0-2, but it's going to pick up. They just got to gel at the right time. The Rangers are doing the Rangers things, but they are being relevant. They are atop the AL West in baseball. And my Stars are in the Western Conference Finals. Of course, we've been there the last couple of years, which one of the years we did go to the Stanley Cup Finals, and but we lost that one right there. I forgot who was the team, but it doesn't matter. Stars are going to make it to the finals, and we're going to win that thing, bring it back to American Airlines Center, where somebody's going to have a damn statue next to Mike Modano and next to the GOAT, Dirk Nowitzki. But other than that, you would catch me tomorrow. We're going to have Mr. Ford on tomorrow. We're going to talk some HBCU football. We're going to talk some basketball too. We're going to continue our conversation about what's going on with our institutions and what's with the idea of getting irrelevant people in charge of our institutions. And then we'll be back here on Thursday because I got some stuff to say about the Cowboys and why it's taking them so damn long to go ahead and sign Michael Parsons. But this is Doc. As always, y'all be safe, be careful, hug your loved ones, love on your loved ones, and always What's the thing, baby? Be easy. Peace.
Whew. Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first off, I want to thank everybody for all the love in the SWAC way too early video. Lots of love in that video. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the views. I always want to be thankful. I want to be thankful for everybody that checked on me when I had my procedure on Friday. I'm okay. I'm healing up. Hopefully I'm good so I can go to SWAC, to the SWAC tournament. Hopefully I can get there between Thursday and Friday. We'll see. That being said, a lot happened this week. Started the NCAA softball tournament. Started the conference tournaments in baseball. What was little known and little talked about is Coral Gables University didn't make it out of the first two games of the ACC baseball tournament. So y'all can't play football or baseball.
That's okay play basketball.
What's going down there in the HOA? Like, what's happening? You sending kids out into the world that don't know where your school is located. We're going back and forth with educated fans who like knows what they're talking about. And it's okay, I understand, because the ibis is the dumbest bird in Florida. So I kind of understand what's happening. So y'all heal up. I think the team already made it back from the tournament. So, pat them on their back, heal up, and then continue telling y'all lies about how y'all back this year in football, which, again, I don't think any of my children have seen a winning Miami program. That's crazy. On top of that, we have all these conversations around sports, and a lot of us try to remove race out of sports. I think you can talk about the inflection points of race in sports and do it in a healthy way that is not offensive, that is not a dog whistle. Two black men can have a conversation or have a debate on the interweb and it not be toxic. But there's some requirements for those two men. The two men have to have respect for one another. Because the one thing about men is that we can have conversations all day. Once disrespect is lobbed into the air, it's fair game. So again, it's okay. We can have these conversations. Football season is coming real fast, rapidly. We have not done the MEAC SWAC show. That is coming soon. I'm going to be reaching out. I'm definitely going to try and get Banks on here because I need Banks to tell me to my face they got a quarterback. I need to be able to see his eyes when he say it so I can either believe him or not believe him. But we definitely going to have the MEAC way too early show coming here soon. But again, thanking everybody for the 89 that's in the building. Thank you. And since Jamal is not here, I would just like to end it off by saying, crash out when people got you fucked up and punch a Nazi. I'm Troy White. Thank you for watching the Madness Basketball Podcast. Good night.